A lot of people ask me how I got the concussions that Barrett was so terrified when he thought it was real. So I'm gonna tell you just a few stories of my concussions and the day I was knocked out. Gang, what is up? It's your boy Stephen J here. That sounded like Barrett's intro. Whoa, 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 hang on. We're always savage on Team S Gang, guys. S Gang, what is up? How's it going today? Today, I'm going to be telling you the story that a lot of people have commented on my last concussion prank. As you know, I did the concussion prank last video, and good views, good everything. I love the support I'm getting. Thank you guys so much for everyone who commented, liked it, and is still liking and commenting, and the future subscribers and the people who subscribed from that video. But a lot of people ask me how I got the concussions that Barrett was so terrified when he thought it was real. So I'm going to tell you just a few stories of my concussions and the day I was knocked out. Let me start with my first incident of a concussion. Oh, and by the way, I got my Dunkin' here. As you know, my favorite is caramel swirl, extra caramel swirl. Dunkin' iced coffee. I get the iced dark roast, so comment down below what's your favorite Dunkin' Donuts drink, iced beverage, coffee, whatever. Be specific and let me know down below right now. And hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We're always savage on Team S Gang. Another prank's coming soon. Don't you worry about that. This is just a quick video, story time, because a lot of people ask. So anyways, where do I begin? I'll begin with my very first, well, technically my very first concussion was in junior Pee-wee football. I got hit in the head multiple times in that game. I literally almost started vomiting. But that's just the start of things. I was little, I was young, and I know I got a concussion from that. Never diagnosed, but every single symptom pointed towards concussion. Years later, me and Barrett go ice skating for the first time. We went ice skating for the very first time. It was very fun, awesome. I loved it. I started getting good, not like good at ice skating, obviously not like good, but good enough to skate down the ice. And as I was skating down the ice, you know, the very first night we went, I did fine. I literally never fell once. Me and Barrett liked it so much, we were like, oh, this is amazing, blah, blah. So the very next night, we were like, Dad, let's go ice skating again, please. You know, that was so fun. Let's go again. So literally the second day I went ice skating, second day in a row, I was confident, blah, blah, I was feeling good. Literally within like the first 2 circles I did, like I went one lap, you know, I rode the wall like every new ice skater does. Kind of like, you know, careful the wall, like, oh, back away and then touch the wall again when you start feeling weird balance. But, so then, second lap, we just got there, second lap. I'm going, and then my skates are like going, for those people at ice skate and maybe not good at it, and are maybe not good at it, maybe you know what I'm talking about here, but I'm skating and I'm doing good. I went pretty fast because I felt confident from the night before, and I was going, and then basically here's me ice skating, and I'm going this way, you know. So all of a sudden my I started turning, and then I started going backwards. And when I started going backwards, I didn't know how to stop. I still don't know how to stop other than like grab the wall and stop, or just wait for yourself to stop slowly. But anyways, so as soon as I span backwards, I literally lost balance, and I was doing this, you know, I was doing one of these, like going backwards, not knowing how. But when I flipped forward, not thinking, because I've never fell on ice before. So not thinking, I put my hands out, you know, because I flew really fast. It kind of went, whoa, went right off my feet towards the ice. I put my hands out like this, and then literally as soon as they hit the ice, it was so slippery, my hands kicked out from under me, and my face went right down, and literally whacked right on this right side of right on this side of my face, my forehead, like right here. And as soon as it whacked, literally I didn't know what happened. I didn't feel anything. You know what I mean? It was just kind of, I heard like a really high pitch, like. So as soon as I felt that, like next thing I know, when my memory came back of what happened, the next like event I realized was going on was me like halfway skating, like, and this is what's crazy. I was halfway skating across the rink, like through the middle of it. I didn't even ride the wall, so I was in so much pain. Like I felt like after that happened, like all of a sudden I realized I'm skating mid court or mid rink, as you'd say. So here's the circle like this. I skated this way, like all the way across the half without any help, without any wall, and I just went off. You know, I was literally so dizzy. Everything was like spinning, and then I run into someone. I was like, Dad, like I hit my head, and I look up and it's not even my dad. So then I pushed past that random guy, and then went to my real dad, and then as soon as I looked up, I was like, Dad, he's like, what happened? Because I ran right into him, I didn't even see him. He's like, what happened? I look up at him, and he literally, like, I'll never forget the look on his face when he saw my head. This is what scared me to death, because I didn't know how bad it was, but I knew it was bad by, like, just feeling it. I couldn't even feel my head when I was doing this. Could not feel it. But the goose egg was, like, this far. But the minute I went like this and looked up at him, he looked down, and literally his face just went white. He was like, oh my God, he's like, Steven, that's really bad. And I literally I like swore. I was like, what the blah blah blah, you know, you're blah 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 scaring me. And then he got mad at me for swearing. He's like, don't you swear at me like that, blah blah. But I was like, you're scaring me, like, because the look on his face was like, what the heck did I just do to my head? I couldn't see it. It wasn't bleeding. It was sticking out immediately, like this far. And that was literally horrible. So I had to sit there the whole time and file a freaking accident report when I'm literally sitting there with ice just saying, Dad, can we please go home? Like, I just want to go home. And here's the worst part about it. Like, so my right eye from whacking here, my right eye was affected. Like, my vision was affected. When I saw when I'm looking this way, things on this side of my vision, which is my right, but I know it looks weird in the camera, but things on this side of my vision was color. This side of my normal eye, my okay eye, was totally, I could see everything. But if I glanced this way, like with my eyes, like followed it that way, everything was like peach. Like if I saw a face, it was just peach. I couldn't make out eyes, I couldn't make out a nose, I couldn't make out mouth, nothing but colors on this side, and then everything on this side. And that scared me to death. I thought I was gonna lose my vision in one eye, or at least lose most of it. So that happened. Okay, so that was like my second or third concussion. Like, I don't remember every single one, but that was like my third one. That one wasn't diagnosed either, but that was like a definite concussion. Like, if you looked up concussion, that's what happened. Anyways, fast forward. Lacrosse. 10th grade, I believe. 10th grade in lacrosse, I was running down the field, caught a pass, running down the field, and then as I'm running, I thought about like sidestepping someone, but I just kind of kept running, and he was coming up on me on the out of bounds. So here's out of bounds, I'm running up the field this way, and then here's this kid coming this way. So I'm running like on the out of bounds line, so I can't run to the left. I can only like stop, run faster, or just try to avoid him or lay in my shoulder. So I decided to kind of just go to like lay in with my shoulder, just kind of like hope I could like bounce off him or something, or kind of like move him out of the way. But when I did that, he led with his head and the stick like this. So the stick's like this, he led like this and kind of cross-checked me right in the side of my head, literally knocked me out of bounds. Penalty was thrown, and that time, literally again, major concussion, you know, again, like dizzy, colors was weird, not complete like as bad as that one, but like everything was dizzy, you know. It was like I got my bell rung. I could hear a high-pitched thing, you know, sound in my ear, everything of that nature. So that was like my third, or no, that was my fourth one. That was like a definite concussion for sure. That one was diagnosed from the team doctor, everything, blah blah. So there's my fourth one. Then 1 year later, senior year, or no, not senior, 11th grade year, because this is what happened to end my whole entire sports career in high school. And just end pretty much like what I heard from the doctor after this next one I'm about to tell you is like scary. So this is what made me stop playing sports and just pursue like videos and stuff like that, because it's my other hobby. So I was it was 11th grade, lacrosse again. I was away, so I wasn't even close to home, wasn't even close to the doctors. It was horrible. So I'm running. It was like early game, like first quarter. I was on the I'm a wing. Or I was like on the wing, but I was a midi. So for those of you who play lacrosse, you understand what I'm saying by when I say I'm a midi. Midfield, you know, you play the whole field. Attack stays on attack, defense stays on defense. Midfield plays defense and offense. So I was playing midi, you know, and the face-off is in the middle. The face-off's like right here, and then we're running in. So the face-off ball, stuttering my bad. Ball bounces, you know, my way, like it got thrown my way or whatever. I scoop it up, I'm running, and like, those of you who know, who've played lacrosse, like when you're in the middle, like with a face-off, it's like a quick wrestling match. It literally feels like that, because there's like, you know what I mean, there's 3 people on one team, 3 people on the other, and then everyone clashed in the middle. So it turns into just like a lot of pushing, a lot of shoving, a lot of like shoulder bumping, and I'm running, and I juked one person, you know, juked a second person, but slowly I'm trying to look for a pass, but it was just like there's too many people literally that kept flying at me on each angle. So then when I finally was like about to pass, like I juked one more person as they were coming, but as I juked, one person hit me on the right side of my head. The other person, as he kind of like, he hit me like this, the other person hit me on the left side of the head. It was like a double like in between. And one person went boom, boom, and that one, I guess this is the time where I was literally completely knocked out. I don't remember being knocked out. I don't remember what happened. All I remember is me trying to get up, and I went to run. Well, let me get back to the actual part. So they hit me, and I guess my hands went like this. Like my hands immediately like this. Or do they go like this? No, when you're dead. They say when you're dead, they go like, when you're dead, your hands go up, like stiffen up, like this, like it would look like this. When you're knocked out, they go like this. Yeah, they're like this. That's how they were. Okay, so I guess immediately my whole body went limp. This is what from the coaches, the whole team, both sides of the team saw. When I got hit in between both my head, you know, arms dropped, everything dropped my stick, and just collapsed and like thudded, you know, and it was laying face down like this. So, and at this point, like in my head, it literally felt like 2 seconds. I don't even know how long I was out for. According to them, I was out for like 20 to 30 seconds of completely unresponsive. And it must have been long enough because literally I remember all of a sudden like coming to, like with my face in the ground, and I thought to myself, I literally said, why am I on the ground? I gotta get up and run. So I literally jumped up and started running, and as soon as I jumped up and hopped up and went like this to jog, I realized that literally there was a circle around me of like a ton of people, a whole entire circle. And at this point, I'm literally like, immediately when I go to run, like everyone grabs me and literally puts me right back down on the ground because they knew I was like my legs were all wobbly and everything. So they literally throw me back on the ground and say, no, stay down. And I'm like, no, I gotta get back in the game. Like I gotta stand up. And that wasn't happening. So they put me back down. A trainer came over, and then he asked me like, you know, do you know where I am? And that's when I knew like I must have been out for a decent amount of time. For someone to ask me like, do you know where you are? They're asking me questions like, what's my name? Where am I right now? 1 second. Oh. Sorry about that. So at that point, when they're asking me like what my name is, where do I live, where am I right now, you know, where are you sitting? When I'm sitting, like I answered all the questions like pretty okay. I had to think about a few of them, like literally like they asked me like where I was, and I had to literally think about like where I was for a second. But anyways, and I said like the turf, and they're like the turf, well, you know, blah blah. I was like, and I looked up and I told him, I was like, everything's green. And he's like, well, you're sitting on the turf. And I'm like, no, I know I'm on the turf. Like, I know I'm sitting on turf that's green, but I'm saying everything is green. The sky had a light, the sky had a light green look. The benches, like the chrome looking silver benches, they're very metal, they're silver benches. Those were literally like twinkling green color. So again, I had my bell rung. And like everything I was looking at was green. Look, we had white and red jerseys. The white on my jersey looked light green, like a very light white green. So it was really weird. And so I went to the doctors for that one. I literally started throwing up. That was horrible. Went to the doctors, and the doctors sat me down and told me, they're like, if you continue playing, you know what I mean, like you've had a lot of concussions. Like I've had like 3 or 4 documented, and then the other minor ones, well, the other major ones I never went to the doctors for, so I don't even know about those ones. But they told me since I have so many concussions, like, and this last one knocked me right out cold, they said if you get another concussion, they don't know if I'll ever wake up again. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, you don't know if I'll ever wake up again? You're telling me that if I continue playing sports and I get hit in my head, even a little thing could, at this point, the more concussions you get, the more likely and the more prone you are to getting a concussion. So they said, you get one more concussion and we don't know if you'll wake up again. We don't know if maybe you'll get knocked out. Maybe you'll be completely like awake and aware and like just have a concussion. It could be a minor one, or you could get hit and literally never wake up again. Your brain could just dead. So they said the chances of that is like relatively high if I, you know, get a major bell ringer again in my head. And So they told me that, and I decided to quit sports in high school. I decided to start working. And then here's the problem though. My latest concussion was about a year and a half ago to 2 years ago maybe. Not this winter. Last winter actually. So it wasn't this last winter. It was the winter before. I was snowboarding. I picked up the hobby snowboarding. Of course that's another sport type thing where it's really high risk. So I hit a jump. I'm going. And then when I landed, I twisted weird in midair. And when I landed from like good 10 feet, well not 10 feet, probably like 8 foot off the ground, the snow, ice, I landed in the back of my head, and my head went whack, like really hard. And snowboarding helmets, whoever snowboards or skis, they're not the most protective thing. They're basically there to just take most of the fall, but like they're hard as a rock. Like when you smack your head, don't matter. Like you're getting a concussion, you're getting a headache, whatever. That one literally ended my day. The whole walk to the car, I was just throwing up. So again, even with the doctor's advice, thankfully I didn't die that time, but now I'm way more careful of this. So that taught me to be way more careful about my head than ever. So now when I'm snowboarding, I don't take too many risks, and if I do take a risk, I'm constantly aware, like head. Every time I'm thinking about like hitting a jump, it's like head. Like literally no matter what you do, protect your damn head. I don't care if I have to like hurt my neck muscles just trying to keep it off the ground. Keep your head off the ground. Don't let that whiplash happen. So that is the story, guys, of all my concussions. How accident prone on a scale of 1 to 10, or injury prone, whatever you want to call it, on a scale of 1 to 10 do you think I am? Drop the comment down below right now. I love reading the comments. And drop the hashtag AskGang right now if you're... Subscribe to Team S Game because another prank is coming very soon. I'm going to prank Barrett very soon, but he doesn't know it yet, so do not tell him. Don't go comment. Just shh. Wait for the magic and wait for the next prank. So subscribe to Team S Game if you want to see pranks, challenges, story times, whatever you want. Leave it down in the comment section down below right now and smash the like button. Let's try to get this first ever story time to 100 likes on this channel. Let's get it. I've never done a story time before. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want more, name more times the stories you want. Name different kind of stories you want me to tell. I have a lot of paranormal stories. I have a lot of, you know, just life stories. If you ever need advice, if you want me to do a video on advice, let me know. I'm very motivational. So I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Thank you so much for all the support you give me. Again, comment down below what's your favorite Dunkin' drink as well. Subscribe to Team S Gang. I'll see you guys next time. And I'm tuning out now. Until next prank, by the way, that's the next video. Shh, prank. Peacing out now. Thank you guys. Thank you for your support. Let's get to 3,000 subscribers. With your help, I will grow and be one of the biggest YouTubers you'll ever see. Till next time, guys.
Homie, I wonder who wrote it. Oh shit.